What's the best pure rock song to get stuck in your head? I was driving my daughter to school when Sweet Child O' Mine came on the radio. I immediately turned it up and told her, "This is one of the greatest rock songs ever." She rolled her eyes and said, "Dad, this is so old." I laughed and said, "Just wait, you'll see." A few days later, I picked her up and the same song was playing. I turned it up again and said, "Remember this song?" She sighed and said, "Yes, Dad, I remember." I dropped her off at home and went to run some errands. When I got back, I heard her playing the song on her guitar. I smiled and said, "I thought you didn't like that song." She blushed and said, "Well, it's kind of catchy." I nodded and said, "Told you." A week later, I came home from work and heard her singing it in her room. I knocked on her door and said, "Wow, you really like that song now, huh?" She laughed and said, Okay, you were right." A few months later, she had a school talent show. I was in the audience when she got on stage with her band. They started playing Sweet Child O' Mine, and she nailed the guitar solo. After the show, she came up to me and said, "Dad, thanks for introducing me to that song. It's my favorite now." I hugged her and said, "I knew you'd come around."